はい。これで声は乗っているでしょうか？はい。というわけで、もはや1週間に一度となっておりますが、配信の方をさせていただいております、静岡県 Vtuber の蔵森四季でございます。はい。アーシャさんこんばんは。ありがとうございます。いやー、今日ですね、珍しく、ホラーゲームなんですよ。ええ。まあ僕はめったにホラーゲームをやらないんですけども、ちょっとね、しばらくやっていなかったので、まあこのゲーム自体もですね、かれこれ1年ほど前に、Steam セールのようなものでね、購入したんですが、やるタイミングがなかったので、そろそろやるべきかなと思い、やっていこうかなと思っております。コールオブクトゥルー。いや、まあホラーなんですけど、まあホラーなんですよ。ホラーなんですけど、まあ題材がクトゥルフ神話なんですよね。なんでこう、バイオハザードみたいなグロというよりは、こう、化け物系ですかね。クリーチャー系だと思われますが、さあ、どんなものかね、早速やって見てみようと思います。よっ。まあ、もし難易度調整とかあったらもう、確実に簡単を選びますけどね。主人公は、酒と睡眠薬で記憶を振り払う第一次世界大戦の退役軍人、エドワード・ピアス。現在は立ち直るために案件探しに苦慮する私立探偵。早急に新案件を見つけなければ、ピアースは、免許剥奪の危機であると。この次へ進むが狂気に陥るのですね。私が狂人ならば、それは神の慈悲だろう。鈍感ゆえ、おそましい最後の時まで正気を保てる者がいるなら、その慈悲、その者に神の慈悲があることを願おう。HP ラブクラフト。おー、グロですね。ええ。オートセーブなんですね。いや、これ VR で絶対やりたくないゲームだな。内臓飛び散ったらね、移動を、ほい。こういうシステムですね。カメラ移動と。魚がさばかれていますね。どうやら。うい。しゃがむ。なるほど。ほい。ずっと押してなくていいんですね。しゃがむしゃがまないが2択ですね。ほほう。すでに僕は感じておりますが、このゲームは、闇隠れ。調べるために知らす必要なるアイテムがあります。これか。なるほど。これは持っていけないのか。今は確実に僕は酔うだろうという前提でね、ゲームを進めておりますけども。いけた。ほい。ハリケーンランプ、かっこいいな。ボルトカッター。絶対に今のはあそこの 何かを切るやつですね。おーい。やめてくれよ。何にもないですね。何もない、何もない。さっさと行こう、さっさと行こう。なんか追いかけてきたら嫌だなって振り返っちゃうあたりがね。あ、こういうアイテムはね、勝手に選択してくれるんですね。それはありがたい。お前を引きずり込むと。やめてくれー。お、シャチ。あ、なるほど。人とは限らないんですね、この辺のこいつらはね。ちょっと事前に喋りますってちょっと手を挙げていただきたいですね。走る。ほい。見よ。おお、なんかやってますね。目がないんですが、皆さん。おお、タコしてるね。まさか嗅いでるんだったんですかね、ストームブリンガー。夢と。なのね。あれ夢でしたか。睡眠薬。医者が処方したものだ。これがアン君も弱らせてくれて断言してもらった。それも使うの末期悲鳴が弱まってきている。お。まあ、今は飲まないでおきましょう。後で飲むかもしれませんね。Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. これは、まあメモ帳ってことですね。おほほ。なるほど。まあよくある能力のスキルのね、割り振りですね。目星、心理学、オカルト、調査、話術、小気度。なるほどね。これ小気度も失っていくスタイルなんですかね。エドワード・ピアスは第一次世界大戦の退役軍人でムーザールコンヌ攻勢に参加した。敵軍の砲火を浴びて壊滅したアメリカ部隊ロクストバタリオンの数少ない生存者である。親友の亡き殻に囲まれながら食料も医療費もなく数日にわたって持ちこたえることもを不義されなくよく訳された兵らは同胞からは死亡されたものとされていた。ピアスはそのトラウマを背負っている。取り付いた悪夢を振り払うために睡眠薬や酒に溺れていると。ダークウォーター。この辺はこれからでしょうかね。はいはい。順番に見ていきましょうか。Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. だいぶ雑多に本を持ってるんですね。A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. ほうほう。
Married woman runs off with her
調査終
girlfriend.
了。
The husband couldn't understand it.
まあ探偵によくある仕事ですね。何もないのか。
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
そう、アメリカのね、探偵っていうのはそういうなんか弁護士みたいな感じのそういうのがあるんですよね、確か。
I used to be an avid reader.
国家資格的な扱いなんですよね。日本と違って。
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
こっちに行けないと。さて、せっかくなので酒を一杯煽ってみましょうか。煽ったからといって何が起こるわけでもなく。お、いいなこの電話。
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield,
ルシー
in
シェ
charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
あらまあ。
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
ほわー、ここでできるわけですね、設定が。今8ポイント持ってる。オカルトゼロなんだ。調査。どうだ。まあでも、この辺ですよね。目星、目星、話術、オカルト、心理学。でも、目星か。こうかな。で、2個で増えるものはないから、これありましたね。医学。オカルトは後々増やしていくとしましょうか。
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
はいはい。
And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the
なる
payroll.
ほどね。
Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
新キャラ。
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
ですね。入ってきた瞬間に嫌味とかね。外国人っぽいですね。
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
ほうほう。
Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
なるほどね。
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Hmm.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
これ最初にオカルトに振っといた方が良かった案件かな。
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair. 目標。目標を見る。どのボタンで見るんだ？これか。案件、これですね。まだボタンの配置がよくわからん。ホーキンスのファイルを見る。とりあえず絵画を、はい。
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
まあ、いきなりいつものクドゥルフの星じゃないだけね。
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
配送伝票、判読不能な部分もあるが、住所の一部が解読できる。ダークウォーター第36倉庫。捜査報告。出火元はダイニングで、一家全員が犠牲になったという。警察は事故として片付けているが、サラ・ホーキンスの精神的虚弱という主張を通す。それはなぜだろう。切り抜き。サラとダークウォーター出身の実業家かチャールズ・ホーキンスの結婚について書かれた一本の記事。彼はここで、一人息子のサイモンと隠匿生活をしている。
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
なるほど。
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater.
つまり
Find
倉庫を探
Warehouse
したいと。
36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston.
おー
Sarah lived there with her son and
小島
her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
お質問が返ってこなさそうなのはこの辺で色が変わるわけですね。解除された答え。
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
おじゃあこの解除された答
The
えを見ま
meaning
しょうか。
could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's
あ、もう
death.
3ヶ月経ったん
And
で
yet
す
a
ね。
short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
事前に送られてきたのではなく、後から来たと。
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
この選択肢が色変わらないのは何なんだろうな。あ、技能が足んないとかそんな感じかな。
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that.
隠された
I
何か
believe
があ
there
る
is
と。
more to this case than just an accident.
いや、ここの能力の足んなかったのはちょっとなんか不安だな。あ、でも
I
聞い
think
ても出
I'm
ないでほしい
beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire.
火事で画家とその
Your
子供
only
が亡くな
clue
った
is a sort of promontory painting sent from
手がかり
Darkwater
は
right
絵だ
before
け。
her death,
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be
コメントの
handsomely compensated.
今更ですけど、コメントの字が。
I'll take
ちょっと待ってくださいね。コメント欄のね、字が字幕と被っちゃいますね。この辺ちょっと上を置かせてもらいましょう。はい。
the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce.
よく見たら僕も
I
被
didn't
っ
expect
て
any
ますね
less。coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
大西洋についての本。
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
自分がいた舞台ですね。
I used to be an avid reader.
ここではない。医学要覧。ほうほう。あ、これでちょっと医学がプラスされるんですね。
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
クジラ漁っていうことは、さっきのあれっぽいですね。なんかこう、いろいろ、その辺の大型哺乳海洋生物が死んでいた。
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
メイン目標はダークウォーターに行くと。はいはい。これキャラクターですね。先ほど亡くなった娘の旦那さんということで。で、これが娘さん。結構年齢差あったんですね。で、息子。はいはい。どう物語に絡んでくるのやら。酒は一回やめておこう。さあ。あ、長押しですね。さあ、こっからどんどんホラーになっていくのでしょうか。どう見ても薄暗い時間しか待ってない気がしますね、この後。そういえばマイクの方ノイズとか大丈夫ですかね。今のところ変な音は乗ってなければいいですが、ちょっとね、どうしても扇風機を回してる関係で。暗い。これは暗い。気分が沈む空間だなぁ。水分を。さあさあ。
We're almost there.
何この船長さん、この中で船の運転操縦できんの、実はかなり有能なのでは？コールオブクトゥルー。めちゃくちゃナンパ船あるじゃん。
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
荷下ろしをしてるってことは一応生活がこの中で営まれてるということですよね。
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
むつ者というものかな？
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good
座
pick-me-up.
礁クジラに行って。
Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
めちゃくちゃヒントくれるじゃん。
I'm going for a look around the docks.
なるほどね。まずは、探索をした後に、今のね、おっちゃんのところに行けと。おっちゃんはいよいよと帰っていきますね。お。これは手には入らないのか、今は。おお。カニだ。
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know. Or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
予
Oh
言？
yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
何か起きるぞ。
Something real
何か恐ろ
bad.
しいことが。
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand.
あ、
You're
なるほど、
not
今多分
sailors.
What could have done so much damage?
あれですね、医学スキルが足りなかったってことです
What
ね。
could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
お
It's a
ー
sign. There's something coming. Something
あ、
real bad.
逆にこれ、海に落とそうとしてるんですね。これで。
Shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
悪そうな顔してんな。
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
技能不足かな？
And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
ダメそうな。
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
残念、1個しか言ってませんでしたね。
There's something
You
coming.
can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
cops. They can't understand.
めっちゃ見てくるじゃん。と
Forget it. Nobody listens to us.
りあえずあの人たちはちょっと話聞けそうにないですね。なんかバラバラしてます。
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted to stir us up.
But you can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
ああ、こっち来ねえ方がいいそう的に。
You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly. You hear that?
なるほど。
Bilge rats.
まだこっちは行けないようですね。
What did he call us just now?
I said you were a bilge rat. Even a pox limpet.
結構なの罵り方してますね。
Hidden in the fog.
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
見てたら喧嘩始まるのかな。あ、待機モード。
Or what? Even your captain told you not to stick your noses around here again.
This isn't your home, you bunch of sand crabs.
もうちょっと見て
We
たら。
go where we want.
Hey, we'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
Can we sort
あ、2周目ですね、話が。ということは、こっちはさっき言ってないので、まずバーですかね。ほい。
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
あ、全然酒飲めるんですね。お。あ、人によって話せる話せないがあるんだ。カランコロンカラン。喧嘩が降るの早いな。
Hey, be careful.
この主人公もそこそこすげえことするな。
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
ああ、なるほど。話術が、あ、喧嘩するか話術するかみたいな感じですね。まあ、ここはちょっと話術にしてみましょうか。
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
Ha! I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
お、成功したようです。
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
なるほどね。
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
お、
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
とりあえず場所は分かったようだと。
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
地元民からしたら理解のできない絵だったと。
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, The truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that.
やっぱちょっとお
We
かしい
saw
感
them
じ
in
があ
the
ったんですね
papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
うんうん。ちょっと前衛的な絵なんでしょうかね。
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
そうですよね。
What
変な
can
名
I
前です
tell
よ
you?
ね。
I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
時代背景的に捕鯨でどうやらここはね成り立っていたってことですね。とりあえずダークウォーターについてはもう今サラ・ホーキンスまだ聞
What
け
can
る
you
のか
tell
な。
me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings.
まあ同じことをもう一度言ってくれ
Never
るのか。
understood why. Then,
ただまだ足りないらしいですね。
I've got what I need.
anything else?
飲み物
Captain
を注文
Fitzroy
する。
told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
なんか僕みたい
I
なこと
wouldn't
言い出
say
しました
no
ね。
to a glass.
たった一
Try
杯か。
this.
I think we'll get along well. Captain Fitzroy told me about a little
もう
pick-me-up.
まだ飲めんのかな。
You want a drink?
Same again, please.
Here you go.
酔っ払った後だと世界が変わるとかそういうことがあるのかな。
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
なるほど。
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
One more.
いいですね
It'll be the。last.
酔っ払いの発想です
They
ね
all。say that.
キリがいいからなって飲んじゃうやつね。
There's rye in that.
Looks like Monsieur is a connoisseur. Not bad for a guy from the city.
ほうほう。もう多分こっちは聞いてもしょうがない、
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
もう飲ましてくるんですね。
That'll be all for now.
あ、酔っ払い状態は保たれるわけじゃないんですね。
What you looking at, stranger?
ほうほう。どれが
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
なるほど。これ以上話してくれないと。情報はそんなに集まらないんですね。やっぱまだね。あ、裏口行ける。けど、こっちの人たちは
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off
なるほどね。
Darkwater
グラノリーの
Island.
ターンですね。
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song
こ
before.
こだけ聞くとシンプル
Only
に捕
people
鯨
from
の
here
ね、
know it. It tells the
クジラ
story
の
of the
絶対数が減ってしまっ
miraculous
たがゆえに
catch.
衰退した村で、
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
へえ。
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
後ろにある記事。後ろとは。後ろに記事なんかあったか？あ、この人が教えてくれるのかな？あ、これか。
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
1947年5月21日、奇跡の獲物、スキュラが寄港してダークウォーターを飢饉から救ってくれた。希望を捨てたところだった。火曜日のご拘束、スキュラの乗組員あるいはその残党がダークウォーター方に戻った。島民たちは不当に駆け寄り、島最後の捕鯨船を迎えた。勇敢なる船が積んだ目を疑うほどの獲物に驚嘆する人々。巨大なハクジラの体躯をしのぐそれはすでに奇跡の獲物と呼ばれ、デッキを埋め尽くしてもまだ余って船体からはみ出すほどであった。生き残った船乗りたちはその死闘を語る。その肉だけでなく品質も栄養も無類のものだった。このクジラの巨体でダークウォーターの多数の島民が食にありつけ、土地に蔓延していた飢饉があるのは間違いない。貸し倉庫。マークスが、漁業、工房、保管用に倉庫を貸し出している。新聞経由で連絡するか、不当に直接連絡して訪問してほしい。座礁クジラの特別な夕食。勇敢な捕鯨員たちの、帰還を祝し、座礁クジラの一同が特別に無料の宴会に招待しよう。家族、友人を問い合わせて、キャットが振る舞う奇跡の漁獲をご賞味あれ。各自に漏れなく油一本の配布も用意した。見逃すことなかれ。なるほどね。まあ、この時代はどうやら、まだね、捕鯨が主流の時代で、クジラの資源としての価値がすごい高かったんでしょうね。まあ、油だったり、皮だったり、骨だったりね。
Nightmares.
いいメガネしてんね。
Will follow its
めっ
reader
ち
and
ゃ、めっ
appear
ち
at
ゃ
various
後が。
locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
ちょっとやばみのある人ですね。
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
あんちゃん、何読んだ？あ、しゃがんだらもう話してくれなくなっちゃった。しゃがんでメンチ切ったら話してくれなくなった。
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various
理解できるも
locations,
のを今知ったら何やら
gifted with its
意識を
own
使ったも
consciousness,
の、新しい理解者につけ
until
る
it
まで。
finds a new reader.
なるほど。
Ah, that's it. Maybe
あ、
we should let him
もう
take
一周始まっちゃうな。
No, the risks are too high.
この人はも
It's a
う話してく
book,
れない
after
な。
all. Pure knowledge.
じゃあこっち。開かない。トイレじゃないんですか？トイレじゃないんですか、ここは。特になんか紋章をしたらどうとかなさそうですね。はい。こっちのお兄さんたちは、
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed. My God. You said it.
特に何か話せるわけでもないと。
She will do it again.
お
The girl doctor. Cold.
Hmm?
She won't stop asking. Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
離れたら続きを話してくれるのか。というわけでもないですね。とりあえずじゃあ、おそらくここの探索はこれで全部かな。
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting. Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
有名人ではあるものの、まあちょっとそういう部分もあったと。さあ。
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 7 years.
マリータイムバンク。あ、何匹取れたかとか、その材料表みたいなのがあったんですね。
A Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
あ、これさっきやった座礁した船か。ちょっとあのおじさん話すの後にしようかな。お、医学書が。医学書が進歩しました。なるほど。キャラクターの、CP 振り分け以外にもこうやって成長していくと。上はない。お。
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
フィッツロイに似た男は戦況でポーズをとっているし、義足をしている。お。あれ、あの船長足あったっけ？
What a macabre souvenir.
おお。
What a macabre souvenir.
後々これで襲いかかってきそうなオーラすごいですね、コンボ。もしくはあれがこちら側の武器になるのか。この扉。あ、いけんだ。トイレだー。今度こそトイレだったー。そして何もなしと。足ありますよね。ありますね。
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
なるほどね。
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
キャット。船長、契約条件は明確。配下を抜かりなく管理すること。我々を挑発することはできない。なお、このメッセージ返信は不要。金は使いのものに。キャット。あの人がキャットなのかな？そういうわけでもないのかな？お。ここまで藤壺が来てるっていうことは、ここまで使っているっていうことなのかな、普段は。水没しているっていうことか。まあ、だとしたら下にも来るはずだけど、これはデザインですかね。うん。そうそう、じゃあ目当ての
I
船長。
brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
チャー
They're
ルズ
on
モ
the
ー
table
ク
next
中
to
華
you.
記録目録を出し
But
て
in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come
実
join
装
me
の
on
が
the
クリ
deck.
スタルしてる。終わったらデッキに来てくれ。どれ？どれ？どれですか？あ、これか。
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins.
今
That's
でも
all
判
I'll
別
get
可
from
能な日付は一部の1890年、1907年の部分的な日付、黒く塗りつぶされている、この誰かの情報を隠そうとしているのか。 確かにちょっと情報量としては少なそうですね。あ、いない。デッキに来てくれっていうのは、デッキはこっち？おお。
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
なるほどね。余計な言い方があるんですね。
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
はい。おう、今回は全部。
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
その奇跡の捕鯨の船長がお父さんだったんです
The
ね。
miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
ああ、さっきあったやつですね。
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
いやー、ちょっとヤーさん的な話なんですね。
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
ということはどうやらさっきのタバコ吸ってるお姉さんがそのキャット。
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
っていうことでしょうね。はい。手帳を見ましょう。まずやることは、もうあとは倉庫に行くですね。CP が2つ溜まっているが、医学とオカルトのスキルは環境内で発見したオブジェクトでのみ上がります。なるほど。ということはさっき最初ちょっと上げといた方が良かったのかもしれませんね。この感じでいくと、どうでしょうね。どっちがいいのか。それぞれが成功率に関係するんでしょうね。隠しオブジェクトが強そうな気がするんだよな。まあ、とりあえず2つ入れときましょう。これで、OK と。割り当てせずに終わっちゃいましたね。ここにはまだキャットの文字はないと。で、手がかりも今のところ大したことはないと。はい。とりあえず倉庫に、ちょっと隠れるみたいなのがあるんですね。後ろが通れるようになっているということは、ちょっと向こう行ったんですね。
What could have done so much damage? What could have done so much damage?
もうこれ以上は教えてくれないみたいですね。
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
Don't put that beast
あんま
back
り
in
協
the
力的
water,
じゃない
you
ですね。
shysters. You're crazy.
釣りしてるー。ここに来て一番普通の人が釣りをしている。危ないって、後ろを見て投げないと。なんかあるかな。調査。
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
鍵開けが、簡易鍵開けセットがこんな簡単に壊れてしまった。そんなのってないよ。お。なんじゃ。特になんもなし。なしっすね。しょうがない。ここはもう諦めて倉庫に行けということでしょう。登ったりもできない。青ニートみたいなことしてる。お
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh? We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
St. Brendan?
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is
さっ
it
き
a
のおじ
local
さん
one?
が
But
聖人だったんですか
everyone
ね。
knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
守護聖
What
人。
happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them.
Oh.
There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
うんうんうん。
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to
ああ、なるほど。
abandon
こ
it.
こに住んでるんですね。
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
おお。
Fitzroy gives us a
now.
few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
ですね。いい感じにダメ人間
Two
ですね。
guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
キャットって
Is it
誰なん
Cat
だ
who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
なんか教えてはくれないことなんですね。
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
うんうん。話したら仲良くなっちゃったよ。さっきお前みたいな感じだったのに。まあどうやらもうここは衰退してるのは間違いなく、一応彼らも漁師ではあるものの、さほど仕事がなくですね。まあちょっと荒れ果てたものを感じますね。で、どうやらこの人は、
Where do you think you're going?
おまわりさん。
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
どうやら失敗したそうですね。
I'm not here to hinder your work, officer. Edward Pierce, private detective.
Sorry, we're all a little on edge today. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
Darn it. Why do you want to drag up all that stuff again?
My investigation has led me to this warehouse.
That case was closed months ago.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has
Silas.
affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
もうこの人からもう情報は出なさそうですね。さっきのとりあえずサイモンではなかったもんな。どうやらどうにかしてあの倉庫に入りたいんですが。
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you know who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks.
Not even, and don't go looking there.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
まあなんとなく倉庫が手薄になるタイミングがあると。よ。正面から話してみましょうか。
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Where we don't have a clear conscience.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks.
あ、意外と見てるん
Don't
です
die
ね
of。thirst, a lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
この先
I
がそう
don't give
な
a
んですね
damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
おお。
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
さっきそんな人いましたね。
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
持ち主。
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
なるほど。まあ、とりあえず嘘をつくのは、今能力的にうまくいかなさそうですね。
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
ちょっと一回やめときましょうか。ってなると、その片方の口を裂かれた人は、ここにいましたね。
Oh, yeah. He's gonna...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead.
ね、この
And
人
I
です
don't
ね。
want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You didn't tell me that the
Oh.
warehouse...
Because its owner and I... Now,
You can't...
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
さて、困ったな。お、いなくなっている。一人いる。特に隠密しなくても良さそうなんですかね。
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
お、
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
なるほどね。
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good.
お、
Thank you.
話が進んだ
I。shall take my leave.
船長に聞けと。おや、隠しアイテムを見つける。お、こういうことか。おお、
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
巻き上げ機。
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
ほう。どこかに巻き上げ機があると。お。 なるほどね。
I could use this old winch to lift.
とりあえずハンドルだけつけて、また後ほどって感じかな。そこの目星がまだ光ってるっていうことは、まだなんかどっかにあんのかな。お。
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
実際クジラをなんかしてたと。お。
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
なるほど。さっきの持ち上げ機だけだと、あれですね、上げっぱなしにできないってことですね。どこかにそのラチェットをつける必要があると。おお。おお。まだ何かが足りないんですね。ハテナマークがずっと光ってるんですよね。あれは何かあるのかな。さっきの注意書きがとりあえず一回いけない。ファイルとやっぱりあるんだろうな、今のをもう一回。うん。目星は自動発動だと。お。
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
なるほど。つける前に一回ちょっと船長に話聞きに行きましょうか。なんか追加の情報があるかもしれないですね。あれ？釣り人が逆サイドに移動している。釣れますか？後ろからドンってしちゃったけど釣れますか？もうあん
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor
あ
has
あ、
in his
さっきの二
belly.
人か。
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
なかなか荒れ狂ってますね。さあ、船長。よ。
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
めちゃくちゃ先回りしちゃったみたいですね。
You're back again. What can I do for you?
とりあえずもう
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
じゃあ、今日はね、そこの地下に入るところまでを霧のいい時間としましょう。入ってちょっとね、一悶着起こったら、よっと。ほい。
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
あ、さすがに大丈夫でしたね。その程度の筋力はあったと。よっ。これ回らなかった場合とかあるんでしょうかね。別ルートに行けみたいな。お。正気が漂っている。空気が悪いみたいですね。もうこれは危険なよう。ほうほう。
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
なるほど。これはもしかしてそっちの水の中ルートか？あ、火つけて大丈夫なんだ。いやー、狭いなー。なんぞ。おわー、タコー。突然の触手プレイ。あ、幻覚なんだ。いやー、怖っ。さすがクトゥルフ。突然の触手。
This is primitive.
古いなーでおしまいなんだ。さあ。どうやらこれで一回一段落というかね、ちょっと話進んだ感じですね。もうちょっと行ってみましょうか。ちょっとこの、そうですね、ライダーちょっと一回しまってもろて。あの人めっちゃ、こっち気づいていいはずなのにな。全然こっち見えひんのな。あ、向こうの、あれですね。目星ですね。よっ。
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
話が進みましたね。特別アイテムもない。ジャンプ。再現シーン。
What happened here?
なるほどね。何が起きたかはわからない。
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a
痛み止め
place
の
like
金を
this?
だけはね。へえ。アスピリン的ななんかがあるんですかね。
It smells as bad as it looks.
うん。
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
ほう。
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
ああ、主人公も飲んでましたね。
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
お。さらに再現。あ、再現終わっちゃった。もう一回再現できませんか？ちょっと、もう一回させてくれませんか？まだ今見切ってなかったんです。この辺になんかあったはずなんです。まあ、必要ない情報ってことかな？ないですね。よっ。
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
扉が開いちゃった。
Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
ふんふん。どれにしようか。
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce.
失敗
I
したっぽいです
hate
ね。
to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait,
あ、意外と協力してくれてますね
It。was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
お、協力関係になりましたね。
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
この人の一応立場上なんですね。 お、
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
あ、キャットじゃないんだ。
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
話は済んだものの、
Look
微妙。
behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
意外と広い島。ピアスは倉庫の侵入に成功した。廃墟と思われたこの場所には驚きがあった。最近使用された形跡と反証した絵画、ブラッドリー巡査が調査に入ったが、ピアスは協力してくれるよう説得した。警察官は探偵をホーキンス邸に送り届けてくれるという。いいですね。さっきまではあんまり協力的じゃなかったんですが、どうやらちょっと協力的になったようです。 第三者視点のカメラだったんですね。あ、鍵持ってるんですか。
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion.
こいつはとんでもなく大きな屋敷ですね。
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
おー。
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't
お、
you?
いい判断だ
The
ったみたいですね。
fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
あ、結構聞かせてくれますね。
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
おー。
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
なるほどね。さっきの絵を発見したのがいい方向に
Your
転
partner
がったわけですね。
Andrews warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over
な
them.
るほどね。
Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
一通り
It's a
全部聞い
very
てき
old
ましょう。
building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels.
資産
Let's
家
go up
と
there.
思いきや
Unless you
意
still
外
have
と
questions.
もうお金が残ってなかったんですね。
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
なるほどね。じゃあ、
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with
早
you.
速進んで
If
みまし
only
ょ
to
う。
reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
ほんのりちょっとね、進めてから今日は終わりにしたいなと思いますが。こういうタイプのキャラクターって絶対死ぬと思うんですけど。うん。もともとはやっぱりすごく立派なお家だったんですね。ん？不穏な音。カラス。お。
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Sarah Hawkins.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
ホーキンスのサラの方は普通に花があり
Poor kid. Poor kid. Poor kid.
こちらはむしろ花が錆びれていますね。そんなこともないのか。どっこいどっこいなのか。どっこいどっこいなんですね。この世界観では別にそんなに。
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
なんかまだ調べろって顔してますね。そういうわけでもないのか？特に探索ないな。あ、先に行ってろってことか。そういう感じですね。先に行ってろ感出してますね。お、進んだ実がありますよ今。大木が塞いでいる。こっちどっちだ？
I'll have to find another entrance.
なるほど、入れないと。周りに何もない。あ、さっきの像か。大丈夫なんですかね。あんな別行動したらめちゃくちゃあの警官死にそうなんですけど。
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
いきなりピンチ。
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Oh.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
やりましたね。説得成功。そして今更現れる警察官。
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
てめえ。
Right. Let's go.
見てたんかい。
Do you have a moment?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stop wasting my time.
癖の強い親父が2人だな。
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
ピアスとフラットリー巡査はフローキンス邸の庭園を探索した。家族は敷地の墓地に葬られ、サイレス・ウィンチェスターが守っている。今も主人への忠誠心を捨てず、物を手にここの場所を見守り続ける年老いた世話人である。ピアスとブラッドリーは彼をなだめることに成功し、ホーキンス邸の鍵を受け取るのだった。二人は建物に入って火事現場を探した。
Follow me. I know the place.
ほう。
Who left this light on?
めっちゃ怪獣の音してますけども。
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
なるほど。
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this?
おう。おお本当だ。何か不思議な生き物を。何か不思議なものが食卓に並んでいるよ。そう、タコ的な。
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
うんうん。チャールズ・ホーキンス。奥さんと息子しか描かれていない。それは何かあるのか。お。
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
あらまあ。
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
うんうんうん。何かの言い争いがあったと。なんもないですか。
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
火事の現場、そんな腐んでんだな。さっきの
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family. Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes?
靴をなくしていた。どうしてか。まだ手がかりがある。
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
主人公と同じように、まあ、酒や睡眠薬で無理やり寝ているタイプの人だったと。で、時計。
Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did someone escape the fire?
ほう、誰かが火事から逃れた。
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
おもちゃの兵隊
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
勝手なことをした警察がいたと。
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
あ、一個消えちゃったな。ああ、そっか。
Honestly, You don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Oh.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Nezumiが見事に走っていきましたね。害獣ガンムシ。
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
それはあそこにもありましたよね。
This door is blocked from the outside.
あそこですね。待って。
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Dated 1818. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This 3人なんだな。
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
なるほどね。
Moby Dick, Melville's classic.
有名なクジラの
The
話で
epic
すね。
battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
10本のオイル長いな。ここにはなし。
This place was falling apart long before the fire. This place was falling apart long before the fire.
熱くて一回消すとかあるんですね。
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
名簿的な。あの人置いといて、自分は上を見に行くと。登れないか。この本も見れるわけではない。一周しちゃうね。この辺も。おや。
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
何かが崩落するような手ですね。
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
これは下か？あ、
crowbar could prove useful. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings.
バールを見つけ
Her
た。
style sure is recognizable. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
探索自体は別に暗くてもしてもできるはできるんですね。
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
サラはこの人は警察に電話すると口に出すようなことをしたようだ。彼女は一体何をしたのか。ジェリック、ご存知の通り、私は常日頃から君とご家族を強く高く尊重してきた。あいにくながらこれ以上奥様の行動に目をつぶってもことはできない。先週、彼女はまたも私の客人を恐怖に陥れた。悪意はないことを承知しているが、フラー先生のもとに置くべきだと思う。べきである。彼だけでも正気を取り戻させてくれる力があるだろう。再び騒ぎが起こるようなことがあれば拷問のようにも思えるが、警察を交えるしか方法があるまい。敬意を込めて、アントン・ベラード。まあ、とりあえず今想定できる範囲だけで言えば、サラとサイラスの関係と、ですかね。
The boys' room.
子供の部屋。おう。
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
有名な昔話ですね。
Sleeping pills. Strong for an
お子さん
11-year-old
も睡眠
boy.
薬。
What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
お子さんもお子さんで何かを抱えていたんですね。睡眠薬の瓶がそこにあったと。絵が剥がされている。特に何もないのか。こっちの時計は7時で止まってるのはまあ関係ないんでしょうかね。よっ。あの警官はまだ下にいるのか？そろそろランプを持ってきてほしいものなんですが。全然うろうろしてんな。こっちに来る気配がない。やむを得ない。行きましょう。
What will her room reveal about her?
奥様の部屋。
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
神経系の抑制剤として作用するが、一度開始すればそれなしでは生きていけない。結構ごっついお薬をたしなんでいたと。シーンはないかな。 この時計も7時ぐらいで止まってると。お、開いた。
Perfect.
Perfect. おう。
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
うんうん。FS のため、ドクター F のため、AD のため。ほう。
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders.
フランシス・サンダー
I
ス。
wonder why.
FS かな、そのフランシス・サンダース。ん？紋章的な何かが。
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
親友になるサラへ、君が孤島に身を隠して以来、君の技術に惹かれるプロジェクターが増えている。どうか新しい絵を送ってほしい。最後の作品たちは実に陰鬱で奇怪で、他の絵画とは一線を画す感動があり、値は高騰している。最近の売り上げによる君の取り分を同封する。一つ忘れないでくれ。初めて君の才能を見出し、世に知らせたのは誰だったのかを。愛を込めて、マクシミリアン、なんて言る。俺が育てたんだぞ的なね。オカルト。
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
「明らかに何かを召喚してますよね。
Locked.
ここは開かない。簡単な鍵開けまでしかできないと。やめるタイミング。
Bradley, is that you?
オフ。見つけちまった。
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
この人は今のボコンという音には関係ないと。事務所の鍵見つけちゃったな。行けっていうことだよな。いいですね。このうわーっていう感じもまたちょっとクトゥルフっぽくてね。なるほど。もし万が一鍵開けに失敗してもこちらについては見ることができる予定だったと。なるほど。こういう扉をね、全部閉めておくことで後で助かる命があったりするんですよね。つけたりとかできないですかね。さあ。
Is anyone there?
誰か出てくるのか。
stuff!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone.
なんと
I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
泥棒を捕まえる。
The lyrics of the drunken sailor. The sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
なるほどね。
I'll cover you.
そういうことか。お。
This door was closed
医学書
earlier.
が。ちょっとずつ医学書が。
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
ルーン文字。
This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
わかるが、サラはリバーサイドホテルで、リバーサイド病院で手厚く保護されている。彼女の容体は極めて特殊な治療と高度な用語が必要であるということは今でもある場合。安全な環境や専門職員に囲まれて初めてその潜在能力が解き放たれるのだ。だがもちろん決断するのは君だ。ただし時間が残されていない。トーマス・フラー。まだどっかに何かあると。目星。目星。
It looks like an old seaway map.
あ、なるほど。ランプに限りがあるんですね。
Charles Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
おお。開封されてるがチャールズ・ホーキンスの事務所から出されていないらしい。
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater's shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
あ、なるほど。ちょいちょいそうやってあるんですね。
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
どこかに何かを合わせるんですね、きっと。
Doesn't work. Looks like it worked.
なんか、すごいシンプルに動いちゃってびっくりした。
Well done, Pierce.
もうちょっとなんかあるかと思うじゃん。めちゃくちゃ方位磁石で開いちゃったよ。さあ今日はここまでにしましょうかね。ちょうどここでオートセーブが始まりますしね。第4章。はい。なわけでね、第4章は来週月曜日とさせていただきましょう。さあ、皆さんね、平日月曜日、いいお時間までお付き合いいただきましてありがとうございました。またね、来週月曜日続きをやりますので、もしご機会あればですね、途中からでも見ていてくださった方がいらっしゃるようでしたら、ぜひね、最初から見ていていただけると助かります。話をね、追ってやってください。さあ、今週1週間また頑張っていきましょう。というわけで、 今週の配信、月曜日の配信はここまでということで。では、お疲れ様でした。静岡県 Vtuber の蔵森四季でした。おやすみなさい。